So, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy CEO, and welcome to episode 2 of Voiceover. As you can see, we have Momma and Pops here with us today. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I just want to know, why are we episode 2 and not episode 1? Like, this show would not be possible if we weren't the first episode.
The first episode has already been recorded, so it's...
Okay. That was the right answer.
Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Trisha. I am Isaiah and Noah's mom, Rob's wife. Rob's wife probably should come before Isaiah and Noah's mom, but for work, I work in the not-for-profit sector, and I work with an organization called Urban Promise, and we have after-school programs and summer camps for children and youth who work in Toronto community housing.
And my name is Robert. I'm Trisha's husband and Isaiah and Noah's father. That's the correct order. I work in IT, and I'm a very nice person, very relaxed and very flexible.
Anyways, as you guys know, we start off every episode with the top 5. So the topic for today's top 5s is actors and actresses. So for the top 5s, you list your top 5 actors and actresses, and it's in a draft. So we'll go in a circle.
Sure.
We'll do 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. So
hold on a second. So it's a draft. So what if she selects one of mine? I can't pick.
Then you can't pick.
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll see who has the best 5. Okay.
Yes,
So I'd like to get the number 1.
you have to do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Dynamite. So my top...
No.
Scissors beats
No!
dynamite. Yeah.
There's no dynamite. There's no dynamite. There's no dynamite. There's no dynamite in.
Dynamite. Let's go. Rock,
Okay,
paper, scissors, shoot. Number 1 pick.
1, 2, 3.
Like I said before. And I'm going with Mr. Can Do It All. Denzel Washington.
Samuel L. Jackson. Do you know what Samuel L. Jackson's middle name is?
What?
Leroy. Make sense?
Makes sense?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Will Smith.
What?
Okay.
Wait. Will Smith is like one of your top actors?
Yes. Why not?
It's just a bad choice. It's okay.
Okay.
I can't choose Denzel Washington.
With number 2.
But so your third is Will Smith? Like,
No.
with Denzel gone, Samuel gone, you're thinking that...
So who else would he
Who
have?
else?
I don't know, but not Will Smith.
How about
Will Smith being on your top actor list is equivalent to when I see Ice Cube playing at Casino-Rama.
I don't know what
she's basically saying that gangster rap at Casino-Rama is not really a good thing.
And so a rapper as your number 1
Okay,
actor.
all right.
Makes
Will
no
Smith
sense.
is not my number 1 actor. Okay, I will switch. I'll say Michael B. Jordan. Okay.
Okay. We can continue.
That was a bad switch, anyways. My number 2, I'm going to go with. I'm gonna pick Lawrence Fishburne. Pops.
Angela Bassett.
Oh, nice with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Nice one. It's got no more. Will Smith. Let's pick Will Smith.
I would choose Ice Cube as my.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I'm going to go with. No hating. Joseph Myers.
Who is Joseph Myers?
Is his name Joseph Morris? Joseph Majors.
I don't know who that is.
Joseph Majors, the guy from.
Do you know who that is?
The guy from.
My third pick is Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. That's my guy. That's my pick.
Who is Joseph Majors?
Jonathan Majors. That's my pick. So now you have to pick your third.
I can't do this because you guys are cheating.
Okay, I'm gonna pick third. I'm gonna repick my third. You've had Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Halle Berry.
Okay, Jonathan Majors.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
With my third pick, I'm going to choose Terrence Howard as my
Oh.
third pick.
Okay.
With the number 4th pick in the first round, I'm going to select Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Scarface.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think Julie Andrews.
Who?
Sound of Music.
Oh! And you were questioning Al Pacino?
Listen,
Okay.
Julie Andrews is
Next
fabulous.
is she's gonna pick Annie, the girl who played Annie.
I don't know her name. I should though.
With my next pick, I'm gonna choose Taraji P.
Oh yeah, she's good.
I'm gonna stick with the ladies, and I'm gonna select Regina King.
Nia Long.
Well, Janet Jackson.
Okay.
Sorry.
She's an actor?
Yeah, I think she acted in a few movies.
Okay, never mind.
I think you have to be I think
I'm
all
gonna choose-
all celebrities have to on some level be an actor.
Okay,
So
I'm
I think
gonna
that's fine.
choose somebody else. Okay, I'll scratch that. I'll choose that light-skinned guy with the blue eyes in the black movies.
Oh
Terrence Howard.
no,
Michael
It's
Ealy.
Michael Ealy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's alright.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's good. I met him once.
So-
You did?
Yeah.
I
At,
actually orchestrated the meetup.
We met him at a club in Toronto, and we were there just like for an event, and we saw him, and I was like really giddy with excitement because it was like Michael Ealy, and then Rob went up to him and was like, "Hey, my wife really."
My wife really likes you and likes your movies. Is it okay if we take a picture? If she takes a picture with you?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so
And
we
then I
have a
called
picture
her
with
over, and
What's
no,
the picture?
you have a picture with
I
him.
have a picture with him.
I'm not in the picture. I probably took the picture. I don't know where the picture is.
I'll
but
see if I find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have on a blue dress. It's nice. I remember.
Do you remember what that was wearing?
No.
No.
Do you remember what Michael Ealy
No.
was wearing? Okay.
All she was like in his eyes. She was like, oh.
No, it wasn't, Robert. Stop.
You were
the
starstruck
madness.
a little bit.
Okay. I think we should start off with some history. Give me the context of your earliest years that shaped who you are today.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was born in Trinidad, so I grew up like literally living so close to family. So family, extended family, cousins, aunts, uncles, they were really a very instrumental part of my, my childhood. I think also like we had a lot of imaginative play as children. Like I remember, our home had like this huge veranda, and we would play anything like from like school, teachers, because we had so many cousins to play with. So like you could play school because there was more than one student because there were like a lot of them. Playing scientists, like there were so many. So yeah, so I think generally speaking, it was a pretty good childhood. It was a childhood that I enjoyed. And I honestly think it's just because back then there was, we just had access to other human beings who loved us.
Different. I grew up here in Canada, not here in this house, but in Canada. And I have an older brother.
Sorry.
And my older brother kind of was a bit of a bully. So growing up, I had a really bad temper, and I was an angry little boy. But my childhood was great. But my brother made me have a bad temper due to him. I had a bad temper. We get along perfectly fine now.
Is
But
that
also,
true?
yeah, we get along fine.
So what happened at Christmas?
Oh, that was a play fight.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get along
Two
fine.
grown men play fighting at Christmas dinner.
Yeah, because he called me, he said I was just bigger than I actually am. But now because of that, everybody gets to enjoy the calm, peaceful Robert, because I've learned to control that temper, and I don't have a temper anymore. Very relaxed and easygoing.
What was one time where he really got on your nerves? One story.
I think one time, what did he do? Well, one time he told me that I was adopted, and we got into a fight about that. And then I blew up, and I was getting ready to run away because he told me I was adopted. So I packed up my suitcase, or a suitcase, because he wouldn't let me pack up some of the clothes that I had because they were the clothes that his parents bought for him, and his parents bought for me. So he wouldn't let me take some of the clothes. So I packed up the stuff, and I was sitting at the door getting ready to leave, and my mom came home, and I told her what happened, and she basically got mad at me for believing him, for saying that I was adopted. So that's just one of the things that, one of the ways that he bullied me. And if you have a picture of him, you could show everybody that, maybe, I shouldn't have fell for it, but
Yeah,
So
because you guys look pretty much the same.
similar.
So overall, you guys had a happy childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you had a happy childhood?
Yeah, from what I can remember, it was a pretty good childhood.
You
Can
can
you remember from yesterday?
I'm not a child anymore.
Okay,
I'm
from
grown.
like-
I'm grown.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
So you had.
I think I had a pretty, like, if I were to rate it out of 10, I'd probably say my childhood was like a 9.5. It was a good childhood.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's such thing as generational differences? If so, how do you feel like today's generation is different from yours?
I feel like social media and the access to information is a huge difference between previous generations and our generation and this generation now. Like if something happened in the news, if something happens in the news, we're gonna find out within minutes of it happening, just because of social media and the access to information. We're gonna have a lot more details than we would have back, 15, 10, 15 years ago. So that's a huge part of the differences, is that you guys have access to so much information, and then social media plays a big part into your lives. Where, if I wanted to go out with some of my friends, I would either call them on the phone, or I would like get on a bike or walk to their house, knock on the door, and be like, "Hey, let's go. Can you come out? Can we go here and there?" So, little things like that. It's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably, maybe not like social media is a part of it, but maybe technology as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Technology as a whole makes everything seem so much easier and much more accessible than it did back in our day. So I do think that there are a lot of generational differences, especially like even if we go ahead, like between your parents generation and our generation, like there's differences there as well. I don't know if it's getting better or worse. I feel like it depends on the individual, because I think technology can be very good. It's really just how you use it. Like, I read this quote, I forget, I might not get it correctly, but it's like, technology is a useless servant, but a dangerous master. So if we rely too much on it and it masters us, then that's where things begin to get a little gray and difficult to understand.
Okay. In your opinion, do you think like humanity is getting better over the years progress, or do you think that is getting worse?
That is a bit of a loaded question, right? Like, from certain perspectives, I would say that it's getting better. But for a lot of things, I would say, she's looking up a quote or some kind of, but for a lot of things, I would say, for some things it's getting better, for some things it's getting worse, right? Like, the fact that we still have to deal with different types of racism, it's surprising, or, that's one of the ways where it's like, I don't know if I would say it's getting worse, but the fact that the needle is not moving a whole lot in that area. So that's where I would say, humanity's, it's worse because we have more information, we have more access to all this stuff, and we're still dealing with some issues that have been happening for like, 30, 40, 50 years, 400 years. So some things that I would think we shouldn't have to deal with, we have to deal with. So that's where I would say it's worse. But then, like the fact that we could, pick up our phones and see, what's happening, or speak to somebody. Like we could talk to family across the ocean, basically, by just picking up our phone and not, actually seeing them. That's stuff that I think is like, that's great, right? That's, where things are better. Right?
Yeah.
So.
I think I agree. For me, it always goes back to the individual. So to say, like, humanity as a whole seems like such a big thing to compare it to. But, like, again, you can have, like, that one person who can master all of the things that they have access to, and it could be, that person is good. But I feel like I heard this, so I'm going to read it. Like, I was listening to this podcast the other day, and it was that Sean Parker, who's the first president of Facebook. So the first president of Facebook, like, arguably one of the biggest social media, or maybe the originating social media platform, yeah. He now objects to it because he said when they were starting to build this thing, like the main objective was how long can we distract people for, right? And so when you think about that, it's like, oh my gosh, I think because of a lot of things, technology, social media, everything, like, you read studies and they show that like the attention span of people are like decreasing. The latest study I read is that like our average attention span is 8 seconds and a goldfish is 9 seconds. So we're losing to goldfish. Like goldfish can stay focused on something more than we can. Right? And so it's sort of like, and that's because everything is 15 seconds. Like you want your news in 15 seconds. You want your entertainment in 15 seconds, and everything is so short. And I think that that's not great because you can't communicate true stories and total information in 8 to 15 seconds. Like when you do that, you're literally getting sound bites of the person who's editing it. And so you're being fed the editors or the person's views and beliefs, and we take that as gold because that's all we have like the ability to consume. So I don't know. I feel like I have hope because I feel like we don't have to. Everybody doesn't have to be like that. If we make a conscious effort to use social media and not let it use us, then I think there could be great value to it because, as Dad says, it connects us more. It does a lot of things, technology, but it's when we're being used by it. And honestly, we could say we're not being used by it, but we don't pay for Facebook. We don't pay for Instagram. We don't pay for anything. So guess who's the commodity? If we don't pay for those things, we're the commodity because those organizations are basically selling us to companies that are advertising, media companies. So we're, that saying nothing in life is free. It's like we're using this for free because we are the free thing. We are the test subjects.
That wasn't you got deep fast, real fast. If you guys were in your if you guys were in your late 20s, you guys were having kids and you were raising kids in this generation with everything you know right now about social media, what would you do? How would you change? What procedures would you go with?
Yeah. I mean, that's something I've thought about recently. Definitely for me, when I was a young mom, like homeschooling wasn't even on the radar for me because it was like career driven, all of these things. And I had this idea that homeschoolers were really just not like well-rounded children. But I think that would be the major thing for me now is that I would homeschool because I think there's value in being the loudest voice in your children's lives in the formative years because my values, my beliefs might not be the same as the world around them. And if I expose them to that before their minds are mature enough to take it all in, then I think that could cause like a snowball effect almost. So I just feel like in the formative years, it's important for parents to be the loudest voice. Or even if you're unable to homeschool, like if we weren't able to homeschool, for me it would be like to ensure that I have a good village and a good support system to ensure that their formative years, they know who they are and they're not like depending on a friend or depending on other people to tell them who they are. You know?
I think I would just try to limit their access to certain platforms.
Basic question. I hope I get the same answer from the both of you. How long have you guys been together?
Yeah, tell them. See if you know.
27 years.
27 years.
A long
Long time.
You
27
make it sound like so.
It's not like that. It's just 27 years. Half these people haven't even been alive.
I feel like every time I ask this question, I get a different answer for the both of you. So I want to know, how did you guys meet?
We'll start with you.
We'll start with the mom.
So we met at a.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and follow all the socials, so then you guys are always on top of the next drop.